Hello, aspiring virtual assistants and freelancers. So welcome to the VA Bootcamp. So para sa mga nag-avail at mag-avail pa lang ng online course ko, this video po is all about the basics, pros and cons, and all the niches and tools and the skills that you need to have before you start your career in freelancing and VA world. Kasi po gusto ko lahat pantay-pantay ng knowledge when it comes to basics, especially lahat ng niche na pwede nyong i-explore. Kasi maraming niche ang VA and freelancing, hindi lang isa, dalawa, tatlo, sobrang dami yan. So gusto ko alam ninyo lahat ng niches na alam ko din na pwede nyong i-explore na similar dun sa course na natapos ninyo or kung ano man yung or similar dun sa past experiences ninyo, field of expertise, etc. So you can decide on your own kung ano yung niche na gusto ninyong i-pursue. Okay. Now let's start with the brief introduction about our agency. So yes, we have our own agency, Reva Solutions. So we are an agency connecting realtors, companies, and business entrepreneurs with skilled virtual assistants from the Philippines. So our virtual assistants specialize in providing exceptional support for admin, executive, and marketing tasks, helping streamline operations, boost productivity, and enable clients to focus on growing their businesses. So yung agency po namin, nag-start kami last year lang around February. And just like other agencies, nag-start din kami sa isang client lang. Now we have multiple clients sa US. We also have one client from Canada. Now we are trying to target Australian clients para sa mga VA namin na gusto mag-day shift. And yes, we are DTI registered. So after the training or after your training sa mga nag-avail at mag-a-avail, we can provide you the training certificate that you need for you to start your career in freelancing in VA. Now, these are all the topics that I will discuss on this video. First is introduction to VA and freelance, especially for newbies. VA or difference ng VA versus freelancer, the pros and cons, niches and tasks, basic tools and skills needed, how and where to find clients, how to create CV or resume, cover letter, portfolio and video introduction, which unfortunately I will not discuss on this video since mahaba siya and para lang siya sa mga nag-avail and mag-a-avail pa lang ng courses namin. And lastly, agencies that accept newbies na alam ko. So when I say alam ko, marami kasing agencies na nag-a-accept ng newbies na baka alam niyo, feel free to comment down below para ma-share niyo din sa iba. So it's either kung pag meron man akong nalimutang i-name drop na agency na alam niyo, it's either they are not accepting newbies or hindi ko pa na-discover yung agency na yon. Kasi almost more than half ng i-name drop kong agencies is na-applyan ko na talaga nung nagsisimula pa lang ako. Okay, so I just wanted to share that with you guys as well if you want to consider applying sa mga agencies. Now let's proceed with the brief introduction. Ano nga bang VA or freelancer para sa mga newbies? So a virtual assistant or freelancer is an independent contractor who provides administrative, marketing, or executive services to clients while operating outside of the client's office. So sa madaling salita, 100% work from home po siya, guys. However, may mga nagtatanong sa akin, Coach, newbie po kasi ako, wala talaga akong idea sa VA or freelancing. Networking po ba yan? Kasi may bayad? Kasi nakikita nila sa social media post ko na may bayad yung training, yung online courses ko. So guys, hindi po siya networking na magbabayad kayo in exchange of a product. So yung babayaran po ninyo is for the training. Kasi yung VA po at freelancing, hindi po siya katulad ng kapag nag-apply kayo sa corporate world na even if you don't have experience or enough skills, they will provide the training for you and spoon feed everything. Sa VA po and freelancing, you have to build your own skills for you to be able to land a client to work with. Okay? So I just want to make myself clear on that. Hindi po siya networking. It's a job, 100% work from home job po. So now let's discuss the difference between a VA and freelancer. So freelancer, on the other hand, is a self-employed professional who offers services on a project basis or one-time project basis. Freelancers have more flexibility in choosing their clients. Time na hindi ko nalimutan. So again, freelancers have more flexibility in choosing their clients, time, and projects, working on tasks like writing, design, or programming. On the other hand, virtual assistant typically provides long-term administrative, executive, marketing, or specialized support to clients, sometimes working with one or a few clients. So sa freelancer din naman, you can also work with one or a few clients then. And they focus on tasks like scheduling, email management, and other organizational duties. They focus on being a jack of all trades, managing their clients' administrative and executive tasks such as email, schedules, finances, documents, and more. Okay? So, para mas madali nyo siyang maintindihan, so si freelancer, they have more flexibility when it comes to choosing their clients and time. So what I mean by that is they can log in anytime they want as long as they finish their working hours, their projects or tasks. So say for example, I work as an executive assistant full time, just for example, and I also work as a social media, for example, or social media manager, for example. So yung social media manager, I have more flexibility. I can log in anytime I want as long as as long as I finish 4 hours a day because because I only work part time as a social media manager. So I can log in anytime. Sorry, as long as I finish the graphics, video edits, and all the marketing tasks that I need to finish every day. Minsan natatapos ko siya nung wala pang 4 hours, 3 hours, etc. And when I say project basis or one-time project basis, so say for example, na one-time project is a website development. So I am also a website developer myself, and I can finish creating a website from scratch for minimum of 2 days and maximum of 7 days, depende kung gaano kalalim yung contents and automations na kailangan dun sa website. So kapag gusto ninyong or sa mga gusto maging website developer, please whenever you have one-time projects, always ask for at least 30% upfront payment for secured transaction before you start working on a project or before you start working on the website na gustong ipagawa sa inyo ni client just for your security. Okay? And once it's made or once the upfront payment is made, then you can go ahead and continue, start working on the website or the one-time project that you need to work on. And once everything is done, you can send the link to your client for approval. And once everything is approved, then you can go ahead and give access to your client. So when I say send the link, wala pang access si client doon. Makikita lang niya yung website na ginawa ninyo, yung link, pero walang access si client to edit on something. Okay? So once everything is approved, then you can give access to your client dun sa tool or app na ginamit ninyo para in the future, kapag may kailangan i-edit si client dun sa website, they can edit that anytime they want without you doing that. Okay, so that's one time project. Please always ask for upfront payment before you start working on a project, then send the link for approval or the contents for approval. Then once everything is paid, give access to the client. So that's how it works. And meron ding mga project basis na tinatawag. Say for example, if you're a video editor, um, you only work for or you are getting paid per video or per graphic, per logo, etc. So those are the examples of a project basis. Now let's talk about virtual assistant. So si virtual assistant, unlike freelancer, they can choose their they have flexibility when it comes to time. So si virtual assistant, you have to follow or they have to follow their client's time zone. So if your client is American, then you have to be available on a night shift, Philippine time. If your client is Australian, that is day shift. So sa mga hindi sanay sa puyat, you can target Australian clients kasi yung time zone nila is almost similar sa Philippines. So that's why it's day shift. Ang disadvantage lang noon, medyo mas mababa nga lang yung Australian conversion rate ng Australian dollar versus US dollar. So yun nga lang yung disadvantage niya, but it's pure day shift. Okay, and executive or virtual assistants, unlike freelancers, they focus on tasks like managing their clients' emails, literally jack of all trades. So when you say jack of all trades, kayo yung magmamanage ng lahat-lahat for your client when it comes to personal errands, travel coordination, managing their emails, SMS, calendars, some personal errands. When you say personal errands, hindi naman yung sobrang personal na sobrang beyond or out of the world na. So when you say personal errand, yung kunwari nasa vacation si client and they want you to look for a laundry na malapit sa hotel nila or a restaurant na malapit sa hotel nila, or you can also look for a hotel for them, book a hotel for them, etc. So those are personal errands and travel coordination. You also have to manage your clients or take phone calls on behalf of your clients, pero may mga client naman na hindi sila comfortable um, ipa-handle yung phone calls nila sa VAs, pero meron ding ilan. So that is the main difference between a freelancer and a virtual assistant. Freelancer, it's more on project basis, one-time project, and flexible. Virtual assistant, you have to follow your client's time zone schedule. It's long-term, and it's more on jack of all trades task. Okay? Now, let's talk about the niches na available kung gusto niyo maging isang freelancer, gusto niyo ng flexible job, gusto nyo, you can log in anytime you want. So number one for me is social media management. However, when you say social media manager or social media management, hindi ito yung typical na pag nagpo-post tayo pa isa-isa, tapos lalagyan natin ng caption pa isa-isa. So sa social media management, meron tayong tinatawag na 4 pillars. So it's either educational, inspirational, I just forgot kung ano yung dalawa, pero I have online course for that, social media management under ng marketing para sa mga gustong maging social media manager. So, sa social media manager, typically gagawa kayo ng 1 month content in advance. So, say for example, this is the month of March and yung gagawin yung content for your client is from the month of April. So, you need to submit everything, all the things that you created, all the contents, video edits and graphics, logo, if applicable, that you created for your client at least 1 week before the start of April. Para si client, they have more than enough time to review everything and tell you if there's something that needs to be revised, that needs to be edited, etc. And so that you also have enough time to revise anything that needs to be revised. Okay? Now, let's talk about marketing specialist. So, marketing specialist, malawak yan, hindi lang yung isang niche lang. So, social media manager, that can fall under marketing category as well. The social media management is marketing din. So, social media, marketing, you can also be a website developer, funnel builder. So, si funnel builder, yan yung step-by-step process sa paggawa ng website. Online course creator para sa mga gustong gumawa ng online course for their clients or companies. SEO is what we call search engine optimization. So, ito yung keywords and hashtags na ginagamit natin para mas maging mataas yung discoverability ng post na ina-upload natin for our clients. So, say for example, I am a VA coach. So, gusto kong i-promote yung online course ko sa lahat ng mga gustong mag-avail or sa lahat ng mga gustong maging virtual assistant pero walang idea, walang knowledge, and they want to know everything from scratch. So I wanted to use, or I should use a very powerful keyword, caption, and hashtags para mas mabilis makita yung post ko. Okay? So that's SEO. And meron tayong market research about that. Hindi tayo yung magdidesisyon nun. We also do market research kung ano yung mga effective na SEO, keywords, and hashtags. But just to give you an idea, that's how SEO works. Lead generation is where you will be the one to generate potential leads for your clients. So when you say you generate leads for your clients, maraming methods or ways for you to do lead generation. You can do outbound calls, call potential clients, or you can also do email marketing or email cold outreach. Pwede kayo mag-send ng email sa potential leads niyo. You can also do social media outreach or mag-send kayo ng PM na tinatawag natin or DM sa mga potential leads, etc. Media buyer, that is marketing ads, Facebook ads, Google ads, Instagram ads. Graphic designer, video editor, that's self-explanatory. The reason why nilagay ko siya under ng freelance category is because graphic designer and video editor, most of the time, sorry, they work on a project basis. Sometimes they are getting paid per video, per logo, or per graphic, or for project. However, meron ding mga graphic designers and video editors that are getting hired in a long-term basis. Kasi meron na din ako naging colleague before, na graphic designer and video editor, they edit everything on a daily basis. And they are getting paid 8 hours a day. Meron ding per project or per video. So, depende yon kung ano yung makukuha or matatarget ninyong client. And we also have bookkeeper para sa mga magaling sa numbers, para sa mga mathematicians. So sa mga magaling sa Excel, magaling sa Google spreadsheets, sa mga graduate ng accounting or may idea sa basic accountancy, then I highly recommend go for bookkeeping or bookkeeper. So sa mga gustong mag-bookkeeper, ang tool na kailangan ninyong aralin for Australian clients is Xero. That is Xero. Again, it's Xero, not Zero. It's Xero, Xero. And for US clients, yung tool na ginagamit nila for bookkeeping is QuickBooks. So that is QuickBooks. Ilalagay ko din siya sa description. Okay? And copywriter para sa mga magaling sa English, sa mga essay. So that's self-explanatory. That is copywriting. Now, appointment setter and cold caller. So as I mentioned earlier, this is also part of lead generation. So say for example, I work with a real estate client. So I will do cold calling or outbound calls sa mga buyers na interesado bumili ng bahay, sa mga potential sellers na interesado magbenta ng bahay. And if they say yes, then I will go ahead and schedule the appointment for my client. So that's cold calling. You will cold call or do outbound calls to your potential leads, then schedule the appointment for your client. And lastly, e-commerce. So sa Pilipinas, meron tayong Shopee and Lazada. So sa ibang bansa, meron ding tinatawag na Shopify and Amazon. So malaki din yung salary ng Amazon and VA. Ng Amazon and Shopify VAs. So yung Amazon and Shopify, maraming nakapaloob dyan. You can either be a CSR wherein magtitake kayo ng phone calls and mag-a-answer ng emails para sa lahat ng mga buyers ni client mo na nag inquire. Say for example, Amazon online store, si buyer, they sent an email requesting for a refund kasi nung dumating yung product basag, they are requesting for refund. So kayo yung magpa-process ng refund, kayo yung magpa-process ng inquiries at saka ng disputes, etc. It's either phone call or email. Email support or phone support. Okay? And sa e-commerce, Amazon and Shopify, you can also do drop shipping na tinatawag. Yung drop shipping is yung kayo yung magsa-search ng products that you can drop ship or um, iaangkat natin sa online store ng client natin and resell in a higher price. We can also do product listing. Tayo yung maglalagay ng product description and prices. Product description, you can do ChatGPT or you can use ChatGPT to help you with creating product descriptions. Now, let us proceed with the niche that I know when it comes to virtual assistants. So number one is executive assistant, since I work as an executive assistant. So executive assistant and admin assistant, ang pagkakaiba niya, sa executive assistant, we work as a jack of all trades. We manage our clients' emails, SMS, calendars, travel coordination, event organization, and some personal errands, basic accounting, social media, etc. So si admin assistant, they just handle more emails, calendars, and more on administrative and data entry. So wala siyang personal errands, wala siyang travel coordination. Pag may nakita kayong ganun, that's executive assistant, not admin assistant. And marketing assistant, malawak yan. You can either be a social media manager, website developer, lead generation, SEO specialist, copywriter, content creator, etc. Sales assistant slash manager, that is also self-explanatory. You will be monitoring the company's or your client's ROI, expenses, etc. And meron ding CSR sa VA and freelancing world, hindi lang sa BPO. And meron ding e-commerce, as I mentioned earlier. You can apply as an Amazon or Shopify email support or phone support to answer buyers' inquiries. Now let us discuss the clients that you can work with as a freelancer or a virtual assistant. So you can target company owners like CEO, COO, president or vice president, which is my number one favorite because it's more stable. If they are company owner, CEO, of course, the job is more stable. However, you can also target solo business entrepreneurs. So when I say solo business entrepreneurs, one perfect example is, for example, a photographer. So a photographer, they also hire virtual assistants to help them edit their videos, photos, crop, use Canva to promote their business, answer their, manage their emails and phone calls, etc. to promote their business and handle inquiries na gusto mag-avail ng photography services nila. So that is a one perfect example of a solo business entrepreneur. Realtors, real estate agents, which is also my favorite since I work as a real estate transaction coordinator. And meron akong course, and by the way guys, meron akong course for social media management, meron akong course for website development, meron akong course for lead generation, meron akong course for graphic designing, for cold calling, and sa e-commerce, I have an online course for Shopify, but I don't have one for Amazon. Pero sa mga gusto mag-Amazon, pwede ko kayong i-refer sa kakilala kong coach. But I have Shopify online course. Meron din akong course for General Virtual Assistant. So sa General Virtual Assistant, nakapaloob na dun yung task for Executive Assistant and Admin Assistant and Social Media Management. Now let's continue. So sa Realtor, meron din akong course for Real Estate Transaction Coordinator, Real Estate Digital Marketing, and Real Estate Executive Assistant para sa mga gustong mag-pursue ng niche sa real estate world. Kasi that's one of the most stable jobs din sa freelancing and VA world. Realtors because they have stable income. We also have e-commerce entrepreneurs, yung sinabi ko kanina. May mga clients na merong online store for Shopify and Amazon. And malaki din yung sahod doon. Now, these are the common countries that I know of clients to work with. So, marami pang ibang bansa na hindi ko na isama dito. So, these four are the countries that I have experience working with. That's why ito lang yung nilagay ko sa bullet, which is US, Australia, Canada, and UK. Now, these are the skills that you need to have in order for you to start your career in freelancing and VA world. Number one is critical thinking. So when I say critical thinking, guys, say for example, you mentioned during your interview na magaling kayo sa problem solving skills or meron kayong great problem solving skills. So you have to prove to your client that you are really great with resolving problems. So when I say resolving problems, say for example, nasa meeting si client and merong email inquiring about booking an appointment. And as a VA, of course, you need to have enough critical thinking what to do next kapag hindi available si client ninyo. So that's common sense for me. And one example as well is kapag nagbibigay or nagre-relay ng task sa inyo si client. So please, pag nagbibigay naman sa inyo si client ng task, read everything from start until the end. Or kung per video, kung nagbi-video si client and to relay the task to you, please watch everything until the end para wala kayong makaligtaang importanteng sinabi ni client para hindi rin kayo magkamali. Kasi ako, nung nagsisimula ako sa VA, every time na mag email sa akin si client ng mahabang task, ina-acknowledge ko siya kaagad. Kasi akala ko, akala ko magaling ako doon na, okay, in-acknowledge ni Jen agad, that's very good. Although it's very good talaga na you acknowledge it immediately. However, before you do that, I recommend for you to read everything first. But syempre, kung matatagalan kayong basahin lahat, mag-reply kayo to let your clients know na na-receive nyo yung email, acknowledge receipt, etc. Now, read everything until the end para lahat ng clarifications kung meron kayong na hindi naintindihan sa task, write down everything and sabay-sabay niyo siyang itanong kay clients, hindi pa isa-isa. Kasi 'di ba guys, they are hiring virtual assistants because they are busy CEOs, they are busy COOs, they are busy business entrepreneurs. So wala silang time mag-reply sa atin mayat-maya. And kapag minayat-maya natin si client just to keep asking questions na malinaw naman dun sa instructions, hindi lang natin naintindihan masyado, maybe because of language barrier, then you can clarify that. Mababait naman ng clients, you can clarify yung kung meron kayong hindi naintindihan. Ang ayaw lang ng client is you acknowledged it as if you understood everything tas meron pala kayong hindi naintindihan. So that's it for me, guys. Para hindi rin kayo mabembang ni client at masermonan, masabon ng bonggang-bongga. Baka mali rin yung magawa ninyo kung huhulaan nyo siya na hindi nyo pala naintindihan. And of course, communication skills. So communication skills for me personally, if you work as an executive assistant or admin or general virtual assistant, you need to have a great communication skills. More than enough for you to respond to your clients' emails on behalf of them and answer phone calls on behalf of your client, answer texts, etc. Although you can use Chat GPT to correct your grammar, may mga client kasi na ayaw nilang nagcha-chat GPT kayo every time. Although they are welcome for you to use that, pero hindi naman sobra-sobra. If you work as an executive VA or admin VA or general VA, you need to have great communication skills, okay? Para hindi tayo mabembang ng mga clients natin. And for freelancers, just more than enough na magkaintindihan kayo ni client. You don't need to be really very, very perfect sa grammar. Just as long as you and your client can understand each other, that would be okay. So, simulan nyo na mag-practice kasi kahit ang role ninyo is freelancing, may mga client talaga na you will really have meetings with your clients at least once a week, check-in, updates, kamusta ka na, kamusta yung ganito, etc. Although may mga client na mahiyain, hindi talaga sila nakikipag-meeting. Nagcha-chat lang talaga sila kung ano yung ipagagawa nila sa inyo every time. And tech savviness. Of course, you need to be tech savvy, guys. Kailangan marunong kayong mag-computer and laptop kasi hindi yan ituturo ni client sa atin. And you also need to be adaptable. Kailangan mabilis tayong matuto. Kailangan for example, kapag nagbi-meeting kayo ni client, write down everything or write down everything as much as you can para wala kayong ma-miss na makalimutan during your meeting na nakalimutan mo kung paano siya gawin kasi ang bilis magsalita ni client. So, isulat nyo lahat kapag nagme-meeting kayo kay client para hindi niya sabihin na slow learner tayo, guys. And you also need to be very, very highly organized, especially if you work as a virtual assistant, guys. Kasi we will be the one to organize our clients' files. So kapag nag-chat si client sa atin to ask for a file or a link, kailangan mabilis nating ma-provide yun sa kanila. Hindi yung tayo pa mismo yung nangangarag kung saan ba natin nailagay yung files. So we have Google Drive to organize our clients' files naman para mabilis nyo siyang mahanap. And there are a lot of ways for you to be highly organized and ituturo ko din siya sa aking online course, sa General Virtual Assistant online course sa mga gusto maging General VA. And of course, time management, that is very self-explanatory. And lastly, unstoppable spirit. So nilagay ko yung unstoppable spirit, guys, kasi nung nagsisimula pa lang ako sa VA, marami din akong rejections. So, may rejections kayo not because hindi kayo magaling. It's just that may mga clients talaga na very specific yung skills na hinahanap nila. Maybe hindi lang talaga nag-match yung skills mo at yung kailangan services ni client. So that's why you need to have the right skills. Yung niche dapat, ay yung niche na iperpursue mo dapat very specific talaga yung knowledge mo para very specific din yung client na makukuha mo. Now, these are the things that you need to have in order for you to start your career in freelancing or VA job. First is professional CV or professional resume. Sa mga nag-avail at mag-a-avail ng aking online course, I provide free templates for professional resume, cover letter, free portfolio template, and free sample of a video introduction. And these are the effective ways to work with multiple clients. So before I start, please guys, sa mga magsisimula pa lang sa VA and freelancing world, I don't recommend na mag-multiple clients kayo kaagad. So, lagi kong sinasabi, pag nagsisimula pa lang kayo, huwag nyo i-pressure yung sarili ninyo na gusto nyo maraming clients kaagad kayo para malaki yung sahod ninyo. Isang client, 50,000, 60,000 isa. If you have 2 clients, that is equal to 120,000. That is possible, guys, kasi ako, meron din naman akong clients. However, may mga clients kasi na they are not comfortable for you to have multiple clients. So may mga clients na gusto nila, sila lang yung client niyo. And it depends with you guys if you are comfortable with that. But you need to be very honest and very transparent kay client ninyo. Na client, I respect the salary that you will give me is this. However, gusto ko sana magkuha pa ng isa pang client if you're okay with that. So always ask for your client's approval before you do that, okay? Kasi that is integrity, that is transparency, okay? And outsource. And by the way, guys, yung multiple clients, that is applicable mostly sa mga freelancers. Yung mga video editors, social media managers, mga website developers, etc. Yung mga VA talaga, executive assistants, general VA, admin VA, yan talaga yung mga clients na mahigpit, ayaw nila ng multiple clients. But it depends with you guys kung saang niche talaga kayo bagay. And the power of outsource. So yung outsource sa mga newbie na hindi familiar, say for example, just for example, I work as an executive assistant and I also work as a social media manager. So personally, hindi ako magaling gumawa ng logo, hindi rin ako magaling mag-edit ng videos. So ina-outsource ko yung ibang task ko sa mga VA na magaling mag-edit ng video using Adobe. Kasi magaling lang ako sa CapCut, but I'm not really good with Adobe or Adobe Premiere or Adobe Photoshop na tinatawag. And kayo nang bahala nung VA kung paano yung magiging salary cut ninyo doon sa mga task na i-outsource nyo sa kanila. So give chance to others, guys. Kapag marami na kayong clients in the future, pwede kayong mag-hire ng mga VA na nagsisimula pa lang para magkaroon sila ng actual experience and may mailagay sila sa kanilang mga portfolio. Okay. Now, third bullet is client or what we call project management board. So that is also one effective way, personally for me to work with multiple clients. Kasi personally, I have whiteboard dito sa kwarto ko. Sa whiteboard ko, dun ko sinusulat yung mga daily task ko. And I also use project management board. Dun ko naman nilalagay yung mga task ko for the whole week and for the whole month with deadlines and kung kanino siya naka-assign. Kung may colleague ako, i-assign ko siya dito, etc. So that is the purpose of project management board. And for example, you have multiple clients. So sa project board 1 mo, you can rename it as client number 1. Project board 2, you can rename it to your client number 2, and then client number 3 for your project board 3, and then ililista nyo isa-isa yung client ninyo, yung task ninyo for that client, and this task is for this client para hindi nyo siya ma-mix. Okay? So that's the purpose of project management tool para hindi kayo nangangarag. And automate repetitive tasks. So one example of an automation, I work as an executive assistant. So I handle my client's social media accounts and emails. So ang ginawa ko, para kapag may nagchat-chat sa client ko outside my working hours, I created a chatbot or yung tinatawag na automated response for my client. So kasama siya sa ituturo ko sa aking online marketing course para sa mga gusto mag-marketing VA. So, for example, nag-message ka sa isang Facebook business page na, "Hi, paano umorder ng glutathione?" Just for example. And may automated response na, "Hi, anong glutathione yung gusto mong orderin? Tigma magkano? Yung isang box na ba? Isang piraso lang?" Yung mga automated responses para hindi nyo na kailangan mag-reply mano-mano. And you can also create email automations. Yung kapag nag-send ng email, may automated email response, etc. Okay? Now, these are the three methods or ways to find a freelance or a VA job. Number one is through online jobs platforms. Second is through agency. Third is through cold outreach. So sa online job platforms, ito yung sample ng mga online job platforms where you can apply as a VA or a freelancer. So number one for me is Online Jobs PH. Online Jobs PH is completely for free. And you are getting 60 points. I'm just not sure kung ilang araw bago siya kung ilang points yung nakukuha mo everyday. Pero sa Online Jobs PH, it's completely for free, unlike Upwork. So si Online Jobs PH, difference niya kay Upwork, si Upwork is you have to pay for connects or yung application points for you to be able to send an application. And si Upwork, madalas dito direct clients talaga. Kung gusto nyo ng direct clients, ayaw nyo ng salary cut. Online Jobs PH, may mangilan-ngilan din namang mga direct clients dito, pero 70% puro agencies talaga yung nag-post ng hiring sa Online Jobs PH. Pero may mangilan-ngilang clients din. And tinuturo ko yan sa online course ko kung paano mo ma-identify if yung job post is from an agency or if it's from a direct client. So again, Online Jobs PH is completely for free. You just need to submit your ID, verify yourself, and proof of billing for you to be able to verify. So once verified na kayo, you can go ahead and start optimizing your profiles first before you start sending an applications. So tinuturo ko din yan sa online course ko, paano i-optimize ang inyong online job accounts para si clients na mismo yung magme-message sa inyo, si agency na mismo yung magme-message sa inyo kasi sobrang optimized ng profiles niyo. That's the same with Upwork. You can also optimize that. LinkedIn, you can also optimize that. Indeed, and People Per Hour. We can also do, or you can also do direct cold outreach. So when I say direct cold outreach, this is where you can send a professional email to your potential clients or social media outreach. Kasi mataas kasi yung competition kapag nag-apply ka through online job platforms. Umaabot ng 100 plus ang application sa isang job post lang. However, when you do direct cold outreach, siyempre kayo yung nag-reach out kay client, wala kayong competition. You can search, for example, if you are targeting real estate agents. So sa Instagram, you can search, or sa LinkedIn, you can search for realtors or real estate agents. Follow ninyo sila sa social media and get their email addresses and try to reach out to them if they need a virtual assistant, etc. And gusto ko lang balikan yung agency. This is what I highly recommend sa mga newbies. Sa mga new, but it depends with you guys how comfortable and confident you are. Kung confident na kayo to work with direct clients, then feel free to do so. However, I highly recommend for you to start working with an agency that accept newbies, for you to be guided, for you to have an actual experience and enough skills for you to be that you can apply pag gusto niyo na mag-direct client. So I'm not saying pakinabangan ninyo yung agency ha. That's not how it works, or that's not what I mean by that. So when I say get an experience, kasi may mga VAs talaga like me, nag-apply ako before sa agency and I really like that agency. It's just that gusto ko kasi ng direct client, kasi direct client is solo ko yung sahod ko, something like that. Okay? Now, these are the agencies that accept newbies. So, ipopost ko muna yung screen na to kung gusto niyo siyang screenshot or isulat sa mga notebook niyo. Okay? So, si Cyberbacker, they offer a lot of niches and they offer, I believe, 40,000 pataas if I'm not mistaken. And they offer executive assistant roles, real estate roles, marketing roles, if I'm not mistaken. Athena, yung agency nila is specifically for executive assistants lang. And si Athena, they provide MacBook. However, during training, you need to have your own laptop or computer. And once you pass the training and meron na kayong client, they will provide you a MacBook. And we also have here Reva Global. So Reva Global is for real estate virtual assistant. Start Virtual is for real estate as well, for cold calling. So yun yung minention ko kanina, cold calling for real estate. And Virtual Freelancers Asia. They also offer a lot of roles. They offer admin VA, executive VA, social media manager, etc. Now let's start with the pros and cons. So, again, ayokong i-sugarcoat na maging VA kayo and freelancer and earn as much as 100,000 monthly. Yes, that is very much possible, guys, kapag meron na kayong stable job sa client niyo or meron na kayong multiple clients. However, I want you guys to know the negative, the disadvantages ng pagiging isang VA. But let's start with the positive side first. So number one, it's 100% work from home. Second, it's flexible work schedule. Actually, it depends kung ano yung niche ninyo, as I mentioned, as I discussed earlier. Career growth, if you are from corporate world like me, I worked as a CSR, TSR, and an IT help desk specialist before sa corporate BPO world. And I decided to change career, have a change of heart para sa career growth and mas because dollar rate means better pay. And second to the last is juggle multiple clients. So again, I don't recommend guys for you to have to pressure yourself having multiple clients pag nagsisimula pa lang kayo. Please just focus on one para hindi kayo ma-burn out. And the power of outsource. So yes, that is also one of the advantages ng pagiging VA or a freelancer. You can outsource some of your tasks to other VAs na hindi mo na kayang gawin or that you're not very good with. And then these are all the disadvantages and cons ng pagiging VA and freelancer. So number one dyan, insulation and lack of social interaction. So syempre nasa bahay lang tayo, wala tayong colleague, katrabaho, wala tayong kamaritesan. So mag-isa lang tayong tatawa kapag meron tayong nakitang nakakatawa, di ba? And second is lack of benefits. So pag nag-VA kayo guys and freelancer, wala nang government benefits dito or government contributions. Kasi wala namang SSS, Pag-ibig, PhilHealth, and BIR or tax sa ibang bansa. May tax din sila pero wala silang SSS, Pag-ibig, and PhilHealth. Sa Pilipinas lang yon. That's why walang government contributions. However, you can still continue your government benefits, pero you have to declare that by yourself. So pupunta kayo sa branch nila and you have to declare that you are now self-employed. Kasi si VA freelancer, nagfo-fall siya under category ng self-employed. Okay? And although may mga agencies na nag-offer ng HMO and 13th month. Okay? So yun lang, HMO and 13th month pero walang government benefit contributions. Third is time zone challenges. Again, if your client is American, if you work as a VA, you have to follow their time zone. If you work as a freelancer or hindi kayo komportable sa night shift, you can target Australian clients. Or you can be a freelancer, social media manager, website developer, etc. Fourth is less job security. So gusto ko lang i-highlight yung word itong less job security. So kung if you are currently working for example sa corporate world, wag muna po kayong mag-resign agad-agad without having a backup plan. So dapat meron kayong sapat na ipon kasi kahit meron na kayong enough skills and enough knowledge, hindi agad-agad yan magkakaroon kayo ng client. It takes time. May mga client kasi na as I mentioned earlier, they are looking for a very specific skills. And meron ding mga VA and freelancers na sumusubok mag-apply without enough skills. So they are faking their experience. But guys, again, you can fake your experience, but you can never fake your skills. Kasi mahahalata ni client yan. So say for example, you applied as a social media manager, tapos nung nag-start ka na kay client mo, hindi ka naman pala marunong mag-graphic editing, video editing, hindi mo pala alam yung content planning and yung pillars, yung 4 pillars na tinatawag ng social media management. So mahahalata at mahahalata ni client yan. And once they are decided, they can terminate your contract anytime they want. And wala tayong dole. Kasi nga, we are independent contractors and self-employed. So, kapag ka na-terminate tayo, wala tayong mahahabol na dole. Okay? That's why you need to have enough savings before you start working as a VA. Okay? And may mga clients din na bigla na lang silang nagto-terminate kapag ka nalugi yung business nila, etc. Kasi hindi lahat, may mga clients din talaga na bigla ang nagde-decide na i-terminate yung contract. May mga client na they are good for a couple of months and then after couple of months again, ayaw na pala nila or hindi na sila masaya sa services mo or feeling nila hindi ka talaga effective as a VA, they can terminate the contract anytime they want. That's why I always tell my trainees na don't settle for one client, have at least 2 clients para kung mawala yung isa, at least you have a backup or you have enough savings para hindi kayo mabembang at maloka, okay? Alright, so yun lang naman siya. I just wanna be clear on that. And potential disagreements with difficult clients. So merong mga VA na hindi professional, like natutulog during shift, kupal na VA, na pinipeki yung skills, etc. So I'm not saying lahat ng VA kupal. Lahat naman tayo kupal in our own ways, di ba? Ako, kupal pa rin ako hanggang ngayon kapag marami akong i-edit, aminado naman tayo dyan, ang daming i-edit, etc. May mga clients din ganun. They are very perfectionist and when they want you to revise something na sobrang tagal mong ginawa, you need to revise that. Kasi they are your clients, they are your boss. Pero wag naman to the point na mumurahin nila kayo. Wag ganun guys. Kapag ganun na sobrang minamalit kayo, nilolowball, and sobrang affected na yung mental health ninyo, then run. Look for other clients. Always protect your mental peace. Okay? So may mga client kayong may encounter na ganun. So I'm telling you now, run. Just kidding. Okay. So yun lang naman. May mga potential disagreements talaga with difficult clients. And last is high competition. So hindi lang siya high, sobrang high talaga ng competition. Especially kapag nag-apply kayo sa online job platforms. So ako, nung nag-start pa lang ako as a VA, nag-apply ako as executive assistant and umabot ng 150 plus yung applications. So paano ko nalaman na umabot ng 150 plus? Kasi ako yung na-hire. So nung na-hire ako, nakita ko, ang dami palang nag-apply, 150 plus. And out of 150 plus, I was one of the top 3 candidates as an executive assistant. And ako din yung na-hire. So, the reason why ako yung na-hire is because nung nag-send ako ng application, um, sobrang detailed ng email ko. Like, nilagay ko doon lahat ng skills ko, yung services ko, what I can do. I can do email management, I can do website development, I can do social media, and these are the tools I am proficient with. Nilalagay ko din lagi yung resume ko, portfolio, video introduction, para alam ni client how are you with your communication skills. Diba? And yung portfolio ko talagang marami siyang laman na work examples. So, I think that's one of the reasons why every time nagsasend ako ng application, nag-i-stand out talaga yung application ko because of that. And because optimized talaga yung platforms ko, yung online, yung profile ko, sobrang optimized talaga niya. As in, nakalagay doon yung services ko, yung tools, and yung rate ko din. Okay, so baka hanapin niyo ako sa Upwork, Jinil Capon, yung rate niya. So, yun ang tignan. Baka maano lang kayo. Char. And of course, before we proceed or before we end this video, these are all the basic tools that you need to learn and master before you can start working as a VA and freelancer. So first is Google Workspace. This is one of the most important one. We also have here Microsoft Office tools. So sa Google Workspace, Google Doc is equivalent to Microsoft Word. Google Spreadsheet is equivalent to Microsoft Excel. So tinuturo ko din yung overview ng Google Workspace kasi ito talaga yung ginagamit ng mga VA and freelancers. Tinuturo ko yan sa online courses ko sa General VA. And Zoom for virtual meetings or virtual interviews, Slack, WhatsApp, Microsoft Teams, and Skype for communication, Monday.com, Trello, and Asana na hindi ko na ilagay. So again, Monday.com, Trello, and Asana, these are the tools, the project management tools that I was mentioning earlier. And Canva, this is very, very important. Mapa-freelancer ka man or virtual assistant, Canva is a must. And Meta Business Suite. Meta Business Suite, I know some of you is familiar talaga sa Meta Business Suite kasi it's from Facebook. However, you cannot see Meta Business Suite kung ang gamit ninyo is personal Facebook account ninyo. So if you want, you can create a business page using personal account and name it as test so that you will be able to explore Meta Business Suite and yung mga functions niya. Kasi that's very helpful. Sobrang helpful ng Meta Business Suite. Maraming functions yan. And ChatGPT is the #1 best friend naming mga VA and freelancers because this is where we can correct our grammars. This is where we can create email newsletters, professional emails, copywriting, etc. Calendly, this is where you can create booking appointments for your clients. CapCut is for video editing. Loom is for video recording, katulad ng ginagawa ko ngayon. Sa video, I can record my whole screen with my face. Vocaro is, Vocaro.com is for online voice recording. DocuSign is for electronic signature. So, for example, you can upload a PDF in DocuSign and send it to someone para mapirmahan nila yun online. And once they signed it, you will have a PDF copy na nandun na yung pirma kung sino man yung pumirma. And that's it. Thank you so much for watching this video, guys. So, sa mga gusto mag-avail, gusto mag-proceed, and gusto na mag-virtual assistant or freelancer, You can send me a message or email on my YouTube account, or you can follow me on my social media accounts and send me a DM, and I will send you the link kung paano mag-start sa freelancing journey, and let's grow together. Okay, so for those who would like to avail on an online paid course, this is my official website, vecoachgen.services, or you can just type www.vecoachgen.services. So this is my homepage. You can click on courses to see all the courses that I have and my additional services, and of course my contact information. So want to become a VA? Let's help you get started with our online courses. You can either click on get started or just scroll down. So these are the services that I have. I just don't offer online courses. I am very hands-on with my aspirants. So after they finish watching the online videos or video courses, I'm gonna send them, or I send them, free customizable templates. So when I say free customizable templates, I'm referring to free resume templates, free cover letter template, free portfolio template, and a sample of a video introduction. So the video introduction depends on the course that you have availed, and free interview practice session. This is optional, but if you guys are very confident that you can ace your interview either through agency or direct client, then you can go ahead and start your application without my guidance. But for those newbies that would like to get more hands-on interview practice, you can book a free session with me. I will send you a set of possible questions that will be, or that may be asked during your interview with the agency or with the direct clients, and then I'll give you a set of sample answers, and then we can practice that together. And free review of templates. Once you're done editing the free template of resume, portfolio, cover letter, and your video introduction, just let me know either through email or social media. Send me a DM that I'm done with editing my templates. Then I will review those templates on my free time, and I'll let you guys know if there's something that needs to be revised, if there's something you can improve on, if there are additional if there might be additional samples that has to be added on your portfolio, or if you need to redo your video introduction, etc. And let us send your application. This is also optional for those who are currently employed and doesn't have enough time to send applications every day. Then we can help you send the applications on your behalf. So this is our special offer. Let us send your application. If you're busy with your current job, we will send 3 to 5 job applications a day on your behalf and keep everything organized so that you can focus on your work while we handle the details, and we'll give you a heads up about each role so that you are prepared and ready for every interview. And that is $1,200. Sorry, 1,200 pesos a month. Then you can click on sign up. Okay. So say for example, and the job application, by the way, that we are going to send depends on the online course that you have availed. Say, for example, you took executive slash general virtual assistant role, then the job applications that we're going to send on your behalf is only for the executive and general virtual assistant role or admin virtual assistant role. Okay, so say, for example, you were able to land a job. Um, in 2 weeks, then this is going to be just a one-time payment, so $1,200. But if you are still not able to land a job after 1 month, it's up to you guys if you'd like to reavail and pay another 1,200. That is for 30 days, or expiration is 30 days. And then whenever you have free, or whenever you have interview invitation, I will send you an email or a DM to let you guys know that you have an interview invitation with the specific company or client, and then I'll send you the full job description, the requirements, and then you can practice an interview with me so that you can have the potential set of questions that might be asked during the interview as well. Okay. And these are the frequently asked questions. What will I learn in a VA online course? How long does it take to complete the course? So for this one, the duration actually depends on your pace. On average, it takes 1 to 2 weeks to complete a course, but the faster you can finish, much better. Okay? So you can progress faster, or you can take your time to fully absorb the material or the courses. We offer recorded courses that fit your schedule. You can watch it anytime at your convenience or replay if needed. Do I need prior experience to enroll in the course? So no prior experience is necessary. As long as you've watched this video for basics and niches, then you're good to go. So that you have an idea what are everything about the basics, basic tools, skills needed, how to send an application, the 3 methods that I have discussed earlier, and etc. And all the niches that you can explore. And this is my footer. Of course, it has my email address, my phone number, and of course, it doesn't have my full address. And book a consultation. This is where you can schedule an interview practice session with me, but this is only available for everyone that will avail my online course. But if you have any questions after you've watched this video about basics and niches, you are free to send me an email or DM me on my social media accounts and let me know your questions. I'll be more than happy to answer those questions as well. And this is my Facebook account, so stay connected through social media. If you click on Facebook, you can see my Facebook profile account. Feel free to send me an invite or a request, and this is my Instagram account and LinkedIn. That's it, and thank you so much for watching the video. Good luck on your path to success.